Alright, so we have another video here by Rashid, bodybuilder, boxing expert, blah blah blah, self-development. Rashid, I think it's the third time he's featuring on our platform here. So he's been coming for, well, this is June 2nd, so almost 2 months ago, but he just came on my radar, just basically coming for, the red pill community. So the question here is, do women prefer red pill or blue pill? Okay. All right, so let me play a little bit of this clip right here and then we'll get into it.
All right, I noticed that a lot of these red pillars, it is what it is, they want to talk down to women, whatever, and they like to throw out the term simp, right? This is the thing, they act alpha, or they say you're beta, you're a simp. Not one of these guys would say that shit in person. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a simp, and I'm not beta.
All right, so there you have it. The red pill community is at this point a religion. I personally don't subscribe to religion as a thing because it's man-made. Okay, anything that's man-made all by itself in its very self, just on its very self, surface value, tend to have the flaws of human, right? Because we're human beings, right? Why? Because it usually comes from a place of judgment. Okay. The reason why I love Jesus and the teachings of Jesus is one of the main reasons is the do not judge part, which is basically the consequences of judging is that you will be judged with the same measure that you judge others, right? And that's a fact of life, and we see it play out. See, the way repercussions, or let me say consequences, come in life is so fast these days. Like when I see people are rebellious and they're judgmental, including judgmental against themselves, which is guilt, right? It backfires because human beings cannot thrive where there is judgment, okay? Including when you judge others, meaning you're pointing fingers, but it's actually affecting you negatively in unseen ways, right? That's literally precisely what demons are, right? It's a demonic thing inside of you that makes you want to judge others. It's so surface and subtle, and it's just part of our character and behaviors that it hurts us so badly, right? It's one of those subtle things that hurt us so badly. It comes very natural, or we just see somebody doing something wrong, we call it out. He's wrong, period. Like, hey, you're wrong, period, right? No, that's wrong. We need to hold those people accountable, right? It comes very subtly like that, right? But it's actually you not even calm down a little bit and say, hey, let me see what's going on behind the scenes, right? Why? Because number one, I'm not the judge. Number one, I'm not trying to prosecute anyone. Number three, I'm just trying to understand here just so I can mitigate against whatever risk come with this seemingly wrong behavior. So even if that thing is obviously wrong, the best thing you can do is learn why it happened so you can avoid the consequences of it, because that's the reality, right? You're also involved, especially when relationships are playing out, right? You're still involved regardless, right? But if your outlook is just judging that thing and calling it wrong and period, right, you're gonna miss out a lot more information that you would have found useful, right? Why? Because you're judgmental. That is the reward of judgmental behaviors, right? It's very fast. It's so fast because you create another blind spot for yourself in that moment in time. And that's the problem I see with the red pill community. And like I've always said, not necessarily the red pill philosophy. I don't know everything there is to know about the red pill philosophy. The only thing I know is that what it means when you swallow red pill is that you know. Now you know. It's like eating the forbidden fruit, right? And once you know, you cannot unknow. That's why in life there's some things that honestly you're better off not knowing. I know the natural thing for every human being, the rest of us, all of us, including myself. Let me know. I want to do things faster, easier, and simpler, and I want to know everything there is to know. But if that actually happens, it takes away from the essence of life. You miss out on life and love, because life and love are built on faith. Okay? It's a move of faith. When you get married to a person or you get into a romantic relationship with a person, there's no knowing everything. There's no point doing that if you want to know everything up front. Okay? You will miss out on life and love, which is a part of the essence of life itself. It's what makes life life. The idea that I don't know much, but I'm in love. I'm affectionate with the situation, even though I don't know everything. It just feels good. We all feel good at a certain point, and we all feel bad at other points. But red pill, what is fundamentally wrong with it is the idea that you know it all now, and there's nothing else to know. That's religion, by the way. There's nothing else there is to know, and I'm okay with knowing it all so I can deal with life. No, you just missed out on life. And guess what? Not really, because you still have a massive blind spot. The only difference is that it's a blind spot, and it's going to eat you up alive, because what you think you know, you still don't know a whole lot at any point in time, as long as you are alive like a regular human being. Okay, so that's what I think is wrong with red pill. And blue pill means opposite. It means you're just floating through life. That's not good either. You don't want to just float through life. You want to know some things. You want to be able to plan into the future. You want to know women for what they are. That's what some red pill claim red pill is about, but it's a lie, because they handle it like a religion. It's not what they agree or admit to. It's their behavior that shows that they handle it like a religion. And I'm not talking about the gurus. I'm talking about the people in the comment areas, which is why I am creating content around comment reactions. Okay. All right. So now, with that being said, let's go dive in a little bit into some of the comments here. This was absolutely awful. Take on what it means to be red pilled and everything surrounding that. Awful. All right. So this person is wrong. Okay. I watched some of the. I didn't watch everything, but I watched some of the video. This particular video, and they were absolutely on point on what red pill means, and blue pills simply means lack thereof of red pill, and it means you know everything, and now you see everything, and you can't unlearn it. That's not necessarily a good thing. It could be a good thing to a certain extent, but again, the problem is when you now close your mind and there's nothing else to learn in life. That's where you have a problem, and that's how a lot of people in the comment move. Let's see an example here. There's a lot of love out here for you, Mike, but respectfully, okay? Respectfully, me, I'm about to disrespect you, by the way. Hey, come on, man. You should know this, right? Brother, you're speaking on a subject that you definitely don't understand. You're speaking from a surface view. To an extent, he's speaking from a surface view, but a lot of times in life, that's all we need to see, because first impression is everything. If I go in the comment area of a red pill guru and all I see is hate for women, what else do you need me to see? Again, you're not wise enough, not smart, because a lot of you guys are smart. You're not wise enough to know that attention and first impressions are, that's literally what life is about, right? Like the substance behind the scenes, like your honesty, your righteousness, all of these holy things, all your perfection and right and wrong. If that's what you put out front, you're full of shit, because by default, human beings don't have the capability of those things. We do what we do if we consider it right, only because it makes us feel safe. Let's not deceive ourselves. Right? Let's not continue to deceive ourselves beyond what we already do, because we all put up a front. We all do that. Even when you write out a whole thesis in a comment, you probably go and edit and delete. Look at this. Does this not say edited? It says edited, meaning you felt like something was wrong. You went back and re-edited, or meaning you made a typo error. Maybe it was just a misspelling, but the point is that you're not perfect. Right? So let's keep going here. You would have listened to many of these different platforms to hear the real life experiences this man speak on. Well, he said it, and I've said it. These people are speaking on painful experiences. If you're speaking from a painful experience, the only thing you should be doing is finding healing, and not using that outlook to judge the rest of life, because you'll miss out on life and love if you do that. Because your experience, it's just your experience, right? There's nothing wrong with it, but when you consider it wrong, it's only natural for you to defend back hard with something like red pill ideologies, right? And then you bastardize it. Even if red pill meant something good in the first place, you, as being an audience, wouldn't take the time to internalize it and how you can create a life of love. Even with women, if you haven't taken the time to do that, you will bastardize it because you have a painful experience that you haven't properly healed from. Also, bro, Kevin Samuels never said it was just money. I agree with that. He never said it was just money. If you listen long enough, you will notice that His I value man definition is not bad at all. I would when you look in the comment area, even his audience are bastardizing it, right? So I personally subscribe to high quality man because value is truly in the eyes of the beholder, the market, but quality is a little bit of a deeper conversation, right? But again, it's not about the semantics, right? Brother, please do your research before speaking on something so serious. For again, I don't agree with this person because first impression is everything. If I go in the comment area of Kevin Samuels or any of these other gurus, Greg something, Rolo, or the Fresh and Fit, and I see just toxic, negative men who are looking for a way to pull women down, that's all I need to see, and that's all there is, and that tells me how they behave in their relationships. Red Pill deals more with understanding the true nature of women, not men crying out about their broken heart. That's exactly what they're doing in the comment. In fact, reading between the lines of this old type up here, that's exactly what you're doing too. Right? Again, reading between the lines. My opinion, check out a platform like Coach Greg Adams and see if he tells any lies. Now, I don't know, I haven't listened to Coach Greg yet, but some other ones I've listened to, they're absolutely on point in a lot of ways. But when people are going through pain, they don't listen through themselves. They create all of this fight against women, and you will barely see a Coach Greg. I'm suspecting you will barely see him talking down on women. But he's saying some things that could be triggered that will get his audience thinking that the women are the enemy. And from what I've seen so far, that's not the message of Red Pill, but that's the message of the Red Pill audience. And that's something that needs to be checked, and that's real life part of it, right? So I don't want to get into it too much because I don't want this channel to be about Red Pill. It's about mentorship for men. It's about opening your eyes so that you can see beyond just some kind of religious belief system, okay? I want you to learn yourself, have a good relationship with yourself, and let's take it from there. And then everything else is something that you create personally, because you're a God in your own right, and you deserve to create the life that favors you, not just short term, but more so in the long term.